Okay, so this is Good versus Evil, Trump versus Hillary, Part 3, and I'm going to wrap this up. Alright, so I'm getting into the video's going to tie together in, I hope. Alright, so this girl, the last thing we actually disagree about is, because after that I just kept my mouth shut. I didn't want to fight with her. I'm her friend. I like who she is, and I don't want to, start stuff with people. And it wasn't, if it was some rebuke, if I was trying to help her, so, this was different. She called me, I was talking about crime and police brutality, kind of, and I'm not. I believe there is police brutality that goes on. I believe police misuse their power all the time. I believe that it's totally backwards the way that everything's set up. But I also believe police have an incredibly hard job. It must be very scary to go up to a traffic stop knowing you could get a gun pulled on you at any moment, or a knife or whatever. Cops get maimed and they get shot, and and is there racial profiling? Sure. Is there are the statistics there to show that black people are being discriminated against more? No, they aren't. You can go to louderwithcrowder.com and they have all the statistics up there. But it's actually more prevalent for a white person to be pulled over, especially a white younger male, than a black male. Black males are more likely to speed, though, so they are more likely to get pulled over for speeding. At least I heard that about New Jersey. I don't know if that's true about the whole nation. They're more likely to run. But this, alright, so I say to my friend, why, she's trying to talk about the media, and she's talking about, a crime that happened in Fort Myers that I didn't know about, the other guy in the room didn't know about, and we're like, yeah, I didn't hear about that, and that's kind of my whole point, the media doesn't tell us everything, they are the gatekeepers. That's why I'm doing this, because I want to spread truth, and I feel like everybody should be spreading truth, all the truth they know. Don't say stuff you're not sure of. And if you're not sure of it, just say, I'm not sure. Check it out, If I say something, I'm pretty sure of it. I might make a mistake here and then, but I'll tell me and I'll fix it, because that's the one thing too. The girls lately, the girls that I've in my life, and I'm talking about my daughter and my daughter's mother, and they're never wrong. They don't ever want to be wrong, and they feel offended when they are. And see me, I want to be corrected if I'm wrong, because I don't want to be going around telling people something that's not true. I don't want to think something that's not true. But, so I say, black on black crime is, why are we talking about police shooting black people when we're not talking about black on black crime? And then she's like, that's racist. And that's just the last time I could take hearing that. I didn't say anything to her, but I just stopped it there. I've been called racist by my dad, who's a Democrat. I've been called racist. Donald Trump is racist, and I don't think he's racist, honestly, at all. I really don't. I've never heard him be racist. I heard him say things that are actually happening. And the truth, just saying what's going on is not racist. Okay, there is black on black crime going on in rates that are much higher than any other demographic. So it's not racist for me to say that. I would have said that in front of a black person. I'm not a racist person at all. I have no problem. I'm a Christian and I believe we're all of one race, basically. I'm more of a skin color difference believer, but, and then I was like, we got into talking about cultures, and I'm like, yeah, they live in a different culture. And they're like, no, they don't. I'm like, well, they kind of do have a different culture than us. I mean, I've had friends that are black, and I've just noticed they do things a little differently. And I mean, even if somebody, a white guy, the same nationality even, lives in New York City, and the other one lives in Texas, they're going to live in a different culture. To me, that's how I define culture. You're surrounded. What influences you? I guess maybe I'm wrong on that, but I don't think so. I don't think I'm wrong in my definition. There might be other ways to define it. I might be wrong. But let me know. But so it's racist for me to say black on black crime is, a huge problem that we're not doing anything about. And I was like, I said something about Obama being one of the worst presidents ever, which he is. I mean, he's broken the law more than any other president in history. He's caused more debt than any other president in history. He's violated our rights more than any other president in history. Lied to us more than any other president in history. I mean, it's not even close. So I guess she thought that was racist too. And she's like, well, he's the first black president. How can he, how could he be bad? And how come nobody knows this? And I'm like, well, people know it. It's just, it's not the narrative that they're pushing. Just like you were talking about with the girls that got hurt, or in Fort Myers where we live, like, that we didn't hear about on the news. I mean, they choose to put out what they want to put out. So we don't always know what's going on. That's why I don't watch the news. I don't use the mainstream media. I will look at certain things, but I don't trust it. I have a fact check, And it's kind of hard for people to believe that stuff. It's hard. There's a huge conspiracy theory. This is what I'm getting at, okay? So, Trump, he said our credo would be Americanism, not globalism. I love that. Because America was great when it was a sovereign, when we just knew we wanted to be a sovereign nation. We wanted to just not be isolationists, like people called Ron Paul, but just non-interventionists. We don't want to be around the world, policing the world. Prosperity grows, from free market and freedom. The more government we have, the more taxes on businesses and on people and on the middle class, which Hillary wants to raise, is going to kill and decimate what we have left. And we have just barely this much left of America. And Supreme Court justices, if she gets in, which I do believe she will, because I believe that she is so corrupt and she's got so many connections, and she's too big to fail, too big to jail even. And if Trump wins, she's gonna be jailed. And I mean, if she can get the FBI director and the Department of Justice to just pardon her, basically, she can do something. I have a feeling she's gonna steal this election, like she stole the election from Bernie. I mean, I have a feeling Trump is gonna win the election in a landslide because Trump is way more popular than people think. He's pulling in more crowds than Hillary by the thousands and thousands. She can't fill up a high school gymnasium. Trump can't fit his supporters into arenas. It's not even close. But and if you look at all the voter registrations that changed from Democrat to Republican this year, and it's going to be hard for them to steal. I mean, unless they know how to do it. There's voter fraud, and that's what I was actually getting to tie it up. So there is a global government, okay? There is a global conspiracy to create a global government, at least. I mean, there is a global ruling elite that are above, all the governments of the world, and they control all the governments of the world. I mean, it's mostly an Anglo-American empire type thing. The Catholic Church is very high up in it, and what they don't like Russia, because Russia has actually been communist, and they're actually pulling away from the New World Order. They don't want to be part of it, and Trump scares them because he doesn't want to be a part of NATO, or he doesn't want to, run NATO with America, and, he wants to change their mission. But, I mean, we have to just, Trump is not trying. He wants to put borders up. We need to have a sovereign country. We don't need, if we have a global government, what is going to end up happening is there's going to be a global ruling class that rules this global government. See, the old-fashioned monarchs and rulers have not gone away. They just been put into, they just changed over to democratically elected rulers. So now they select, two that you can choose from. They're both, part of the same family, basically. So, but you can tell they're scared of Trump. I mean, he's not going for the TPP, which is a globalist trade. It's not free trade. It's anti-free trade. He doesn't want to amnesty. I mean, if Hillary Clinton gets in, an amnesty is declared for all illegals. We're talking like 40 million, not 14 or whatever she said. They were saying that, how much? They were saying 6 million, I forget. But they've been saying this low number for a long time now. There's got to be at least 30 to 40 million in this country, and amnesty will destroy any constitution we have left, because honestly, Latinos are hard workers. Once they're here and they're citizens, they tend to be Republicans or conservatives. But illegals, people that are promised benefits or whatever. And look at the DNC leaks where they're telling people they're shipping people around in buses to go all over. They can just go and get voter ID cards. They don't even need a license or anything. Anybody can just do it. So there is voter fraud going on, and Obama was acting like it's crazy to talk about voter fraud. So, but Hillary's saying it's the Russians. Okay? It's the most ridiculous thing ever. Don't listen to her. She's starting World War III. She's going to ruin this world.